I'm Elisha Maria, and this is 40 something and nothing. 40 something and nothing. Because I am 40 something and I got nothing. That's the honest truth, you guys. Right now I'm in my car. This is my very, very first podcast. I'm in my car. I'm in the garage of my apartment complex. I have a notebook here because I thought it would be professional or wise to take notes so that I can stay on track. Who knows if I'll do that? Hopefully I do, so I don't confuse or bore you to death if anyone's ever going to listen to this, which who knows. Anyways, the 40 something and nothing podcast is because I'm a 40 something year old and I don't know what I'm doing. I got nothing. I am 44 to be exact. I will be turning 45 in October and I don't know what I'm doing. I honestly can say, if I'm being completely transparent, that I feel like a teenager who still is in need of some sort of guidance. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm a teenager and I need someone to guide me through my 20s and my 30s again. I don't know where I was at during my 20s and my 30s, but this was not the life that I had planned for myself in my 40s to be completely lost. I don't know what my life purpose is. I'm like, what do I want to be when I grow up? That's where we are. And I'm just normally, before doing this podcast, I was completely embarrassed about that's my honest truth. My honest truth is that I am lost. I am 44 and I got nothing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything. All I know is that I am on a quest to figure it out, though. I am no longer, because I think what I've been doing is just like sweeping it under the rug. It's like, what's my life purpose? I don't know. Sweep it under the rug. I'll just go to work. I'll go to work and I'll live paycheck to paycheck. I'll pay my little bills. I'll pay my, just sit home, pay my little Netflix, Hulu, whatever. And I'll just go through my day-to-day life. Is that making me happy? No, I'm miserable, you guys. I'm miserable as hell. But I don't know what to do. I don't know where to begin. I don't know what I'm doing. And so I'm creating this podcast and putting it out there because I can't be the only one. I cannot be the only one who is in her 40s and just completely clueless about what it is I want to do. What's my life's purpose? What's my mission? What career do I want? I don't know. Right now, I'm a property manager. I don't know. I don't know. And that's sad. And I've been embarrassed about it. And I've been trying to hide it. And I've been trying to sweep it under the rug. And none of that works. It's just not working. And so I have to admit to myself that now at this big age of 44, I gotta do something. I can't just continue to do nothing at all. So here's the podcast. If you are also in your 40s and you're just as lost as I am, welcome, okay? Welcome to the podcast, girl or guy, because I know I'm not the only one. It's not easy when you're this age. It's not easy to admit that in many ways you are still very much in high school trying to figure out your life's path and where you're going. And I've graduated from college. I've been a social worker for the state. I am now a property manager. I have done well for myself, and yet I still feel this sense of, this ain't it. It ain't it. Let me try to stay on track, because as a new podcaster, I would like to stay on focus with my notes. So, one of the things that I've been doing, and this is the first episode, it's going to be all over the place. And you know what? The perfectionist in me would sit here and delete this 25 million times and re-record. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do, this is raw and uncut from my garage underneath my apartment. My 2 daughters are upstairs, probably waiting for me to make dinner. I don't have time to sit here and keep re-recording. I need to move on to the next thing. So it is what it is. This is my raw truth, is that I want to release. I want to have an outlet where I am no longer hiding and holding how I feel in. I want to be able to express myself and have a place, a community, hopefully, eventually, where like-minded 40-something-year-olds can come together and really start to navigate our 40s, because we'll be hitting 50 soon. And I would like to have some sort of roadmap for myself. No, it's not going to be perfect. And who knows what I'll be doing by the time I turn 50. I have no idea. But I want to have some sort of roadmap to where I'm going. So one of the things that has been helping me is Mel Dobbins. Mel Dobbins, and you're going to hear papers turning, because I'm like trying to follow my notes. And then the car light just went off, and I have to get that back on because I can't see. Okay. So I've been listening to Mel Dobbins. Mel Dobbins is an author and a podcaster, and she has this quote that's been sticking with me. Start before you're ready. Don't prepare, begin. Start before you're ready. Don't prepare, begin. That right there just opened my eyes. Just like what? So I don't have to have it all figured out? Because I feel like I'm supposed to have it all figured out. I feel like at 44, I'm supposed to be guiding the ones that are coming after me. But here I am sometimes having to look to them for guidance. Like, what did you take up when you went to college? What was your major? And how are you making your living? You know? And it's crazy to me that it is possible to start something and not be prepared for it whatsoever. And that's the birth of this podcast that I'm trying to do. I'm not ready for it. I done said so far, go back and listen. I probably said like 60 million ands and buts, and you can hear pages turning. And like I said, I'm just using GarageBand as my recording outlet. But it is what it is. It is what it is, because I'm just tired. I'm tired of feeling like life is just passing me by, and I'm just day in and day out just like, yeah, let me just go to work. Let me just watch my account go in the negative. Let me just come home and lay down in bed and eat snacks and watch Netflix. I don't want to do that anymore. That's not the life that I envisioned for myself. It's just not. So what do you envision for yourself is what I had to ask myself, and what I'm asking you, whoever is listening to this. And if you're in your 40s and you're like, what the hell am I doing with my life? Where am I going? Why am I here? What's my purpose? You need to get a pencil and a pad and get really, 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 really specific. Start before you're ready. Who cares if you're ready to do it? Just begin. Just say F it and just begin wherever you are. Start wherever you are, and get very, very clear. So what I mean by getting clear, I'm on this quest, of course, to find myself, right? It's a mission. I'm trying to get to a certain destination. I am not sure how I'm going to get there, but the how doesn't even matter, okay? Because at this point, I'm hitchhiking across the country trying to get to my life's destination. I don't know where I'm going or how I'll end up there, and the how doesn't matter. It's the why. Why? Because I am uncomfortable where I am. I am uncomfortable in my skin with this excess weight that I have going on, because I just want to come home after work and I'm so mentally drained from the day that all I can do is lay in bed and eat snacks and watch Netflix. I am so sick and tired of living as if I'm just waiting to die. Watching my account go in the negative every single pay period. Just sitting at home, just waiting for the next morning so I could just go to work again. I don't want to live like that. It's killing me. It's literally killing me. And it's like I haven't done anything else because I don't know what else to do. I don't know what I would like. I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what I want to do. And so the notebook, pad, you need that. That's what I needed. So I went to Target. I got this notebook. It's like, I don't even know how much I paid for this thing. It's like $6 or something. And I had to use it out of my Cash App account because that's the only place I had about like $11 in my Cash App account. So I used the 6 to get this notepad. Anyways, point is that I had to get really clear about not the mission, not the path, because I don't know it yet. I'm being very transparent and honest. I don't know it yet. But what I am clear on is what or who I want to embody when I get there. So I took that notebook, that pad, it's right here, the pen, and I got very specific with myself. I sat down a few nights ago and got very specific. I said to myself, Elisha, get it together. Who are you? Who are you? And I wrote it down, very specific. I'm not going to share all of that because it gets quite detailed, but just know you write it down. What do she look like? What do I look like? What the higher version of myself, that next level, that glow up, the Elisha 2.0, what does that look like? What does she look like? How does she speak? How does she walk? How does she dress? How does she do her hair? What does she like to eat? What are the things that she don't eat? One of the things that I realized, she don't drink no alcohol. So I stopped drinking because the alcohol was consuming me. It was taking over. It was taking over my life. So I'm no longer drinking alcohol moving forward. Alcohol is done. Not because I don't want it, because technically I do. I would love to have a drink. I get stressed out every day and would love a drink. But my higher self, she's not a drinker. She's just not into it. It's just not something that she's a part of. She dresses a certain way. Her hair is a certain way. She drives a certain car. Her bank account looks a certain way because she takes care of her finances, because she educates herself on money, and she's changed her relationship with money, and she's able to draw money in instead of watching it just suck out of her pay or of her bank account every 2 weeks. She's just different. She's different. She's very different than me. And so now I've been finding myself, even when I'm at work, I'm like, before I respond to certain emails, before I speak to certain coworkers, I'm like, how would my higher self respond? How would my higher self deal with this coworker? How would my higher self, what would my higher self eat at lunch? Because my higher self is not sitting at the desk, eating lunch at the desk, grabbing pizza and Jersey Mike's from up the street. No, she's not doing that. She's just not. She's healthy. And she leaves the desk during her lunch break so that she can actually have her time to herself. That hour belongs to her. Okay, so there's a lot that I am learning from her. But the first step is to get very clear and specific about who that person is to you. And And what does she look like? What does he look like? You know? And really, I mean, I got it down to how she smells. She smells like vanilla. Okay? Because that's her favorite scent. And so it's just like, you got to get very specific in order to start taking baby steps about where you want your life to go. Do I know my mission and my purpose just yet? I don't know that just yet. I'm working on it. But I will say that starting with that vision of who my higher self is, who is the Elisha, my family calls me Lish, by the way. That's why I said Lish. You can call me Lish if you like. But who is Elisha? Who is she? And what does she look like? And not the version that's sitting here miserable and sad and crying and feeling lonely and depressed. No, who is the higher version of me? And so once I got clear on that, that has been helping me a lot. I must say, it's been really, really, I've been able to tap in, and I can see little baby steps, little changes, nothing too major, but just baby steps in the right direction. Okay. So the right direction has been helping me. Okay. The baby steps has been helping, because I know I can't stay here living paycheck to paycheck, eating unhealthy, gaining weight, trying to people please, having low self-esteem, feeling less than, feeling like I have nothing, feeling like I am nothing, feeling like I'm 40 something and nothing is not going to work. It's just not going to work for me anymore. I have succumbed my life to that. Like, I've succumbed to that for too long, far too long. I'm done with it. And we're taking baby steps to move forward. I refuse to believe that I am the only one feeling like this. I refuse to believe. The car light just went out again. Hold on. Okay. I mean, like, you look to your left, you look to your right, family, friends, whoever, and they're 40 something and are living their best lives and are traveling and they have home ownership and the nice car. And not to take anything away from that, kudos to them. It's just like, yeah, that's just not how my life is set up. And so I know I'm not the only one. I know that I'm not the only one that's sitting there right now thinking like, what the hell am I doing with my life? What am I doing? And where am I going? What's happening? Like, really, like, honestly and truly, what's happening? And so while I'm trying to figure out who I want to be when I grow up, I want to share. I want to share the information that I figure out. I want to share the roadmap that I figure out. And everyone's roadmap and design for their lives is different. And I understand that. I just don't want to be alone, you guys. I just don't. I don't want to do this alone. I want to build a tribe of individuals who are like-minded, and we are in our 40s and we are like, yeah, no, we figuring this out. We are getting our lives together and getting our finances on track and getting our health on track so that we can step into our 50s not looking miserable and depressed, that we can step into our 50s and actually be thriving and happy. So what now? Now that I've explained all of that, where does that leave me? Well, it leaves me understanding that everyone's timeline is different and that showing up late is sometimes better than never showing up at all. It tells me that if you're listening to this, then you must get it. You must understand how I feel, and you probably are feeling the exact same way. And if that's true, if that's the case, then welcome. Welcome to my podcast. I promise you that I will do research and do my best to be consistent so that anything that I am learning in order to grow, in order to push myself in the right direction, that I am sharing it with you guys. And I hope that you would do the same. This is a community. And I don't I don't want anyone else to feel alone like how I'm feeling. And I don't want anyone to think that because you're in your 40s and you're considered grown, that you need to do this alone. You don't. That's society. It's not true. It's not based on any facts. There is no reason for you to feel like at 40 you should have it all together, that your life should be perfect. That's not real. And for so long, I was so embarrassed because I didn't have it all together. I don't have it all together. I still don't. And that's okay. It's okay to be 40 something and nothing. Because now we know that we are starting. We are starting now. We're starting now. And all we can do is start. Just begin, like Mel said. Don't even prepare. Don't even try to figure it all out. Just begin. Start somewhere with this jacked up podcast setup that I have going on in my car right now, and the 16,000 ands and buts that I've said during this whole recording. It's probably a true podcaster would listen to this and just completely cringe. Like, what is this? I'm just going to start. I'm tired of hiding. I'm tired of feeling less than. What would my higher self do? My higher self, I don't even think I mentioned this part, but she's detached as hell. There is no emotion with her. And so I know my higher self would be like, I don't care. I'm posting this. It is what it is. And so I hope you join me on this journey of designing our own roadmaps, our personalized roadmaps that will be simply perfect because it's for us. Personalized for us. Us in our 40s who are just trying to figure it out, just trying to navigate this thing called life and doing it together. I thank you for listening. I thank you for taking the time to, especially if you made it this far, I thank you for sticking it out with me. I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to get better, and I hope you come along for the journey. Welcome to 40s. We going to do something. We going to do something crazy in our 40s, okay? It's no more hiding. No more hiding for us. We are thriving, okay? We are thriving, and we are moving forward, onward and upward. Until the next podcast episode, I gotta get a better intro and outro. I'll figure that out. Okay, I gotta go cook these kids some dinner. Goodbye.